Hello, and once again, you're welcome to Frontline TV, where we'll be looking at some of the leading stories of our Nigerian newspapers, otherwise known as our Nigerian tabloids. Musa Calvin is my name, welcoming you to today's program. Newspaper headlines. Today, we're going to start with the Daily Independent. The Daily Independent has as its leading story, that is, 6 months to deadline. Only 14 banks have met recapitalization. That's the leading story from the Daily Independent newspaper. And if you take a look at the down part of it, Tinubu urged to impose emergency rule in Zamfara state. And then still from the Daily Independent newspaper, coming to you live from Frontline TV, prevent strike by university unions. This statement is coming from the pro-chancellors. They are telling the federal government. Serap gives INEC 7 days to punish politicians over early campaigns. And there's still on the left-hand side, or should I say if you're watching from your own screen, yes, from the right-hand side of the Daily Independent, which says outgoing Rivers sole administrator begs politicians to embrace peace. And then lastly, federal government warns of flooding in 11 states, urges evacuation. On the topmost part of the Daily Independent, as the last leading story, September MPC analyst sees CBN keeping rates steady. Now that's the much that we're going to take from the Daily Independent newspaper. Now we're going to take a look at First Daily newspaper. The leading story says NDLEA arrest Indian businessman, Nigerians over 3.9 billion naira tramadol at Lagos airport. Tension deepens as Wike Fubara boycott Iba's Thanksgiving. Abia government denies 450 million naira levy claim on filling stations. Now, still from the First Daily newspaper, federal government to feed 50 million pupils under 2026 school meals program. Wow, that's interesting. Big Brother shocker, Denari, Tracy, booted from house. This one is coming from Serap to INEC, saying sanction politicians for early campaigns or face court. Now, that is the much from the First Daily newspaper. We're going to continue with the Nigerian Tribune. The leading story from the Nigerian Tribune says, parents groan as school resumes 2025-2026 academic session. Now, the school owners are saying that they have no option but to increase their fees. Another issue. Stakeholders seek ban on mandatory sale of books by the schools. That's the leading story from the Nigerian Tribune. And also, if you look at the top part of it, Governor Adeleke has surpassed APC's 12-year record under 3 years. Oshun students' leaders are the ones saying that. Dangote Refinery accuses Dapman of misleading Nigerians, says it offers cheaper rates in fuel. Now, travelers at risk as scams extortion rampant at Lagos airport. Lastly, from the Nigerian Tribune, Nigeria's economy back on global investors' radar. This one is coming from an analyst. That is the much from the Nigerian Tribune. We will now take a look at the Punch newspaper. The leading story from the Punch newspaper is saying, Ibas defends 6-month tenure as opposition demands probe. The down part of it says PDP, LP, Mossop, others call for accountability as Fubara returns on the 18th of September. Wike Fubara shunned transition Thanksgiving service. We don't know why, but when you get a copy of the Punch newspaper, you'll get more of that story. Now, the top part of the Punch newspaper is saying that Dangote deploys 1,000 trucks. Ipman rallies marketers. Crude earnings fall by 13.18 trillion naira amid output surge. Kano seeks transfer from DSS to National Hospital. Then, if you take a look at the down part of the Punch newspaper, states pledge quality education as schools resume. Also, Lagos stops six-story building construction. This one is a report from Punch newspaper. Now, that's the much that we'll take from the Punch newspaper. Moving over to the Daily Times. The Daily Times newspaper, the leading story. Federal government expands school feeding program to 50 million people's mark by 2026. Also, resident doctors suspend warning strike, bank on federal government assurances. And also still from the Daily Times newspaper, NDLEA nabs Indian businessman with 3.9 billion naira tramadol in Lagos airport. That is, an Indian businessman with 3.9 billion naira tramadol was nabbed in Lagos, that is at the Lagos airport. Now, climate data needed to stem financial risks, Anosike tells regulators. TIN is not mandatory for bank account opening. FIRS clarifies. We'll now take a look at the Vanguard newspaper, the leading story from the Vanguard newspaper. Don't forget you're still watching Frontline TV. The leading story from Vanguard newspaper. How attendants manipulate pumps, extort petrol consumers nationwide. That's the leading story from Vanguard newspaper. A victim narrated his ordeal about how he was scammed, and also cheating usually intense during scarcity. This one is coming from the Vanguard newspaper, the leading story. And also, speak truth to power. Tinubu challenges faith leaders. Predicts flooding in 12 states, advises evacuations, and NDLEA arrests 3 Nigerians over the tramadol incident that happened at the Lagos airport. Diamond Rich Botswana appoints Nigerian Farouk Gumel as its chairman. This is a nice one for Nigerians, that is, as chairman of Sovereign Wealth Fund. That's the much that we'll take from the Vanguard newspaper. Now we're going to take a look at the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper, leading story. Parents struggle with steep tuition hike as schools wrestle rise of OPEX. Parents struggle with steep tuition hike as schools wrestle rising OPEX. Now, Akpabio urges Nigerians to tarry, says Tinubu's reform will bear fruit. This one is coming from the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. That man, it's giving a warning. That man warns against divisive narratives in downstream sector. Also, INEC orders tax on credible polls to avert protest. Now, the issue of River State, experts divided over Fubara's return as emergency rule expires on Thursday. Shekaro's PDP chairmanship, ADS, prospects unsettled ADC coalition. Aregbe Shola condemns APC's economic policies. Because we're still looking at the Guardian newspaper. Last but not the least, Dawn blames poor nutrition policy execution for 45% child mortality. Now we'll take a look at the Daily Trust newspaper. The leading story from the Daily Trust newspaper says sudden death rises. More of sudden deaths increase. Zamfara accident. Mother found dead holding child. Kaduna houses, farms, and others flooded. The federal government issues fresh alerts in 11 states. Billions at stake as Nigerians pay for failed USSD transactions. These are the leading stories from the Daily Trust newspaper. And the topmost part is saying 2027, only endorsement by citizens can save Tinubu. Sanusi raises alarm over federal government's borrowing. Last but not the least, thugs attack German in Abuja. That's the Daily Trust newspaper. Now, the last newspaper that we'll be looking at this morning is the Leadership newspaper. Leadership newspaper has it that we have not submitted list of state chairmen to INEC. This one is coming from ADC. Why we suspended strike from the resident doctors. Now, the other leading story from the leadership newspaper says, evacuate now. Communities near Niger, Benue, Gongola rivers are told they should evacuate now because of the issue of flooding. Preachers must submit sermons for approval. This one's coming from the government of Niger State. Let's nurture seeds of reconciliation in rivers, says Ibas. Kaduna flood, body of missing 3-year-old girl found, most unfortunate. And also, Obi visits Ladoja, hails Ibadan's role in Nigeria's history. Last but not the least, early campaigns. From the leadership is saying early campaigns, INEC required to charge violators, says Falana. That's all that will be taken from the newspaper headlines coming to you from Frontline TV.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to this segment of the morning conversation. I am Editor Jonah.
And I'm Hepzibah Joseph.
Yes.
So today we'll be talking about healthy meal tips for
For
an average Nigerian citizen that wants to live healthy but don't have the financial capacity to do that.
Yes.
So today we'll be sharing with you the meals that you can eat and are budget friendly.
Exactly. So some of you people who have been saying that, I've heard over time that some people I know have been complaining that healthy meals are quite expensive. Well, it depends on the kind of healthy meal you choose to pick. So we are going to be sharing with you Nigerian dishes that are healthy and budget friendly, and are not just healthy for your immune system alone, but for your skin and every other part of your body, including your bones. So, if you like okra, congratulations. Do you like okra?
Not really. I'm not a fan of okra.
Okay, you're an ace of okra. Yes, so if you like okra, congratulations. Okra is actually a very good Nigerian meal, and then it's not expensive. And the good thing with okra is that it doesn't even need like much money to make. Of course, if you have the money to buy Kayan chicken, as they call it in Hausa, that is like the intestine and all of that,
to make it look.
Yeah, and the meat, the fish, the pomo, the stockfish, the dried fish, everything. If you have it, fine. But if you don't have it, you can just use crayfish and I think fish itself. If you want to use both of them, fine. You can just pick one.
And if you don't want it looking all greenish or whitish, you can use your palm oil to give it a color and make you enjoy it.
Yeah, and then if you also like vegetables, because I think I know some people that don't like vegetables inside of their food, but I mean, you don't have to like it to eat it.
Yes.
Because if we are all going to eat what we like, some of what we like is not actually healthy, so we just have to eat it because it's healthy, it's beneficial to our body. Okra is rich in antioxidants, which protects the skin and delays aging. And
we have sweet potatoes.
Yes, very sweet.
You don't need to put too much. Just
inside.
Making your white potatoes, cooking it, and using palm oil.
Yes.
Maybe.
And then
if
you have crayfish and vegetable gives it this look. I mean, the appearance, it makes the appearance look, enticing to eat. For somebody, if you're somebody that has, you normally have chest pain when eating, because I used to experience chest pain when eating potatoes, beans as well, and also gari. So what I do is that I used to put a lot of vegetables in my porridge potato. So what it does, it just kind of, once I noticed that when I start eating it like that, it's that chest pain I normally have, the chest bone actually, it's kind of subsides. So maybe you should try it if you're somebody who has that experience. You should try it, and you see how it goes. You can just use crayfish, and then I think you mentioned palm oil
Yes.
in the porridge potato as well.
And we have
Potato.
pap.
Yes. Akamu. I think we all grew up with akamu.
Yes. You
Very,
must not use milk. You can just take it
yes,
with
you
your
can just
sugar
take it.
and you enjoy it.
You enjoy it. If you don't want to use sugar, processed sugar, because maybe it's processed, you can use honey if you find it and if you can afford it, because honey is quite expensive, to truth be told. So you can use that. If you don't want to, that I think I saw where you can eat akamu with granite. I've not tried it before. I don't know what it tastes like. I've seen it, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it tastes like. It's easily digestible, especially for breakfast meals. You eat it in the morning. It's easily digestible and it's good for children and elderly people, and then those recovering from illnesses. It also provides energy through carbs, that's carbohydrates. And then when fortified with milk, as she said, or granules, it gives protein and healthy fat and helps your skin stay supple.
And let's avoid eating too much vegetable oils.
Yes. Yes.
When it's too much, we have conditions that it can cause, like ulcer. Something like oil can vegetable oil.
Yes.
And
Okay.
spicy foods.
Yes.
I've met people, I myself personally, there are times that before I used to say there's no how I'm going to eat without pepper. I must just have enough pepper. Well, now I don't need anyone to tell me, Hebzba, no, reduce pepper or stop pepper. I stopped it myself
Your
because
body has told you.
yes, I faced everything, the pain and everything. So I had to make a choice. Is it my life, my health that I want, or
Your enjoyment.
eating pepper? Enjoy it. And oil, also using groundnut oil more than once to fry.
Yes.
Is actually not healthy. Frying, using it to fry today and you're keeping it to use the next time. Is when you're using it today, it's either you decide to finish using it that day or don't use it again, because it's not good.
Thank you for telling me that. I didn't know. I used to repeat my oil. Well, maybe no wonder. Thank you for telling us that. I've learned another one today. And then there's ofada rice with stew. If you can find ofada rice, it's actually not expensive. It's cheaper, and it's cheaper than like imported rice. I don't know what's the force about using imported rice or basmati rice. Don't come for me, please. I'm not saying it's bad though. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it is more expensive, and we are trying to give you budget friendly meals that you can
And
eat.
ofada rice is more healthy
Absolutely.
than white rice.
Yes.
The imported rice and the rest.
It's good for heart health. Yes. And combined with stew, tomato based stew, actually tomato stew. Of course, you can still use it with vegetable stew and as well. And then it adds antioxidants like lycopene, which is good for glowing skin. If you want to make your skin glow, some of these meals are underrated. Honestly, very underrated. We just look at it that it's just for them. And the meals that, or some Nigerians especially, we used to hype is some of these foreign meals like pizza, shawarma.
And junks like noodles, spaghetti.
These things are too much of them. They're not really. If you even see the procedure they use in making them, you might not really like it, because I think noodles is made from flour, whole flour, all-purpose flour, which is not, well, some actually, which is not really healthy.
Goes through a process.
Goes through a lot of
chemicals
here and there.
They'll need to preserve it.
Those preservatives contains chemicals that are not good for the human body. When consumed over time, it begins to affect your body in one way or the other. And you will not know. Small thing, oh, I feel like this, I feel that way. Oh, malaria is not malaria. It's as a result of some of the things that we used to consume. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed.
We have unripe plantain.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
less in sugar and
And it's good for I think diabetic patients. Yeah. If you have diabetes,
you won't even gain weight.
at
You
all.
eat and
You eat it,
it
you
doesn't
lose
look like
weight.
you're
Yeah.
eating.
These meals we are mentioning, they help in burning fat in the body. They don't really have fats. So it helps in, reducing the fats in the body.
Yeah.
And then those ones that were there already, they'll burn those fats that are already in your body. And then it's budget friendly and it's rich in potassium. There's also the ripe plantain as well. That is promotes collagen production for youthful skin. You want to look, shiny, you want to be glowing and all of that. And then there's groundnut soup.
Yes. You can spice it up with spinach, ugu, or
Jogole. I don't know what it's called in English.
moringa.
Moringa, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and pumpkin leaf.
Yes.
You can also make use of this green zobo leaf.
Yes. That
Just
thing has a lot of nutrients inside
yes.
of it. And you can eat it with your corn flour. Would I call it corn flour? The tuwo we eat, grounded corn, and
Or
then
cassava flour.
or cassava flour, whichever.
Just your choice.
Your choice. You can mix both of them.
You can
to
even eat
give
it with
a-
eba,
Yes. you can eat it with
semo,
eba.
just
You can-
depending on your budget and what you have at hand.
Absolutely. So all these things are very good. And then there's yam as well. Yam with vegetable sauce. God, mentioning that is already making me feel hungry. God, it provides slow release energy and it keeps you active for a longer. And then yam is high in fiber. It helps in digestion. But it's not something you should eat early in the morning. No. Yam is not a breakfast meal. So we are going to actually give you like a breakdown of how you should eat some of these meals, whether in the morning or in the afternoon or in the night or something like that. So for the breakfast, you should be eating things like in the morning you can start with pap and
Take tea.
Yes. And then in the afternoon you can have something like say porridge potato, what we've mentioned earlier before, porridge potato, and then you can also have in the night, not night, say in the evening like that, because I don't think it's healthy to
Eat late.
late at night. That excess fat you used to have in your stomach. Oh, I want to burn this fat in my belly, and I've been trying. But you wake up around 2 a.m. I'm craving. You want to go and eat this. You want to eat junk. You're gonna carry one pot of eba and soup, egusi soup, and you just be eating around 2 a.m. Uncle, do you want to kill yourself? Auntie, please calm down. So because if you do it now, you'll be complaining later on, and you are the cause of it. Just control yourself. Control yourself. And these are meals that you shouldn't eat, unhealthy and processed food that we advise you to stay away from. Example, puff puff. And then there's fried yam and there's fried plantain when soaked in oil. Normally, I think you were saying something about fried meals generally earlier on.
Like this puff puff we are getting from the roadside. We don't actually know how long that person has used that oil. And most times the puff puff is being soaked with oil. And we eat and we enjoy it.
And you just like, oh, it's sweet. Simply because it's sweet in your mouth. Again, we are going to say it doesn't make it healthy. So your mouth, what tastes good in your mouth shouldn't be what you think about all the time, but what is beneficial to your immune system, because it is somebody that stays alive that it's yes. If you and then all those, it's going to affect what we eat, is going to affect us whether we like it or not, whether you like it or
Affects
not.
our general well-being.
General well-being, every single thing. Instant noodles, avoid it because it's high in
Fast
sodium.
food. Someone will say that's the easiest I can make. I'm very hungry.
Very hungry. Calm down.
And think of
Just calm down. If you don't, well, I would have said yam. Yam is easy to make sharper, but if you don't have yam, it's not everybody has access to yam at that moment. Just calm down. In as much as you're hungry, maybe you can go and buy which, what will I even suggest? Or just calm down. If there's nothing you can buy, just calm down and try to make something that is um that will be healthy for you. Maybe you can just make vegetable sauce. It's quick. Vegetable sauce is easy to make.
yes.
You can just make it fast and then maybe eat it with rice, or if you have yam, eat it with yam. If you have potato, you can eat it with potato. That's much better than eating noodles. It's high in sodium, and it can raise blood pressure. It has, that's a salt for those people who are diabetic, I think, and they have high blood pressure. It's not really healthy for them. And then it also contains preservatives. You were even mentioning that.
Yes, I think the best way to actually eat noodles, if you feel okay, I really need to eat it, maybe parboiling it the way you parboil your spaghetti. Well, we still have people that don't parboil their spaghetti,
Yeah.
but parboiling it and having vegetable to put in it, it can actually help. Parboil it, throw away the water, then cook it. Then a lot of vegetables and the rest.
Like carrots. Carrots is not expensive. You can get carrots for 300 naira. You can get carrots for 500 naira. It's not expensive. And you shouldn't say, oh, just because of noodles, 500 naira carrot. Just because of noodles, really? By the time you start seeing
a lot,
you start spending a lot. Thank you. In hospital. There are so many people that will start telling you about their terrible experiences because of how they did not pay attention to the things that they were eating. And these things might not affect you now if you're a young person. You feel like, what's there? Later on in life, when you get old, when you're getting older,
that's when
it start affecting you. And it also gives empty calories. Noodles give with no nutrients, and it causes belly fat. No wonder. No wonder.
Actually love noodles.
But I mean, if you prepare it just the way you said, you just told us how the preferable way to prepare noodles. We are not saying you should scrape it out of your no.
But it's not. It shouldn't be a daily.
It shouldn't be a daily thing. Yes, and then prepare it with all those vegetables inside. You can even put ugu inside noodles. It's good. I'm telling you. Don't forget. Don't be like, ew, what is ugu inside noodles? It's good for your body. And then carbonated soft drinks. Oh, give me this one. Give me that. When you say carbonated drinks, I have to list it because some persons might not really know what carbonated drinks are. Nobody should come for me, please. Drinks like Fanta, Sprite, Coca-Cola. There have been so many news and awareness that has been created about Coca-Cola in particular. It's very unhealthy. It has a lot of sugar. I feel like yes, and then too much of sugar. All these foods we eat, like potato has natural sugar on its own. Yam has natural sugar on its own. Even rice, it has the sugar on its own. So those sugar are enough for our body. We don't need all those excess sugar that we find in carbonated
sugar.
Refined sugar, not even natural sugar.
You can go for natural drinks like tiger nuts.
Yes, those ones are healthy.
We have fruits.
If you must consume sugar, go and take sugar cane. If you want it to be that sweet, go and take sugar cane. And it also causes belly fat as well.
It's add to ulcer.
You said that you don't have ulcer now. You will have it though if you continue.
I've met some people that were complaining that I eat a lot, but I have ulcer. How?
Wow.
It's depending on what you eat. It contributes.
Exactly. The word is enough for the wise. Excess white bread and pastries. Refined flour. That's what they use to make most of this bread. It spikes your sugar blood quickly, and then it has little to no fiber, and it doesn't keep you full for a long period of time. And then it make you want to eat more, and then it can lead to weight gain, sorry, and bloating. Speaking from experience, when I eat bread, it used to be difficult for that bread. I even most times, sometimes I have what's it called, constipation, especially when I eat it at night, late at night before going to bed. Some of you that love bread so much, you wake up around 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to eat bread. It's not good.
You have biscuits.
When you eat too much of it, it's not good. I'm not saying you should not eat it though, but
You
please
should
just
not
eat it
once
moderately.
in a
Yeah,
while.
once in a while, not all the time. So canned processed food, packaged processed meats, all those ones, those packaged and processed meats, is not really healthy. And then alcohol, of course, we know that we have been saying this one time. Alcohol is not healthy, and it damages the liver, it leaves belly fat, and dehydrates the skin and makes you age faster. You see some persons that are even some people that look elderly. You when you find out that this person is like 40, you'll be like, wow, I thought he was 70. I thought she's 70 because of alcohol, excess intake of alcohol. Fast food, lastly, you were mentioning something about fast food earlier on there, so before we started. Fast food. I think she mentioned some of these things we buy on the road. So it's not really healthy.
All this ball and the
Fried,
rest.
fried this, fried that. Oh, sharp, 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 sharp on the road. And then some drinks that also have this flavor inside. Some flavors, because some of these flavors are processed, they have some certain chemicals inside.
Yeah.
If you consume too much of these things, they are not healthy for you. So you cannot. There are so many of them. So many. You can go and make your own research on your own. You cannot really list each and every one of them for you. But these are the few that we can mention for you, and we hope that you take it to heart. So instead of taking carbonated drinks, you can take
Natural
kunu,
drinks.
natural
Kunu,
drink.
zobo.
Kunu is underrated.
Yes.
Kunu is underrated. Zobo is there, as she just said. There's tiger nut drink. If you can afford that, of course, tiger nut is not that expensive. And as we said earlier, these are things that you can easily get. It's not far from you. There's coconut and banana smoothie. If you can make that one, fine. There's other, even snacks. When it comes to snacks, you can eat potato chips, you can eat plantain chips. If you just want to, keep your mouth chewing and something, there's fried granite, you can have that. There's some others, they are there. Some that has, there's roasted corn, there's fruit salad. And you told me something about salad soup, sorry, cabbage
sauce.
Cabbage sauce.
Yeah. It's more veggies.
Yeah.
Cabbage. You have your green beans, carrots,
Everything in
tomatoes.
Just pinch of salt, right? You shouldn't be too much of it. I'm going to go and try that. I just learned that today. I'm going to go and try it. And maybe next time I will give you my review. And then there's, yes, I mentioned tiger nuts. There's zobo, fresh fruit juice. Although some of the fruits that are sold in the market now, they were forced to, ripen. But then you can just try it. So try some home cooking. Try to cook your own meals at home. Don't be buying food outside too much. It's not like, especially those street foods like that. Some of them are not really healthy, especially when it comes to frying, because those oil they use there, dangerous. The gabang. Yeah. So just so you know, Nigerian meals are very, very healthy if prepared with less oil and less salt and more vegetables. It's not always about the food itself, but it's about how we cook and how we portion it. So
let's try to eat healthy and live healthy.
Stay healthy. That is all for today. on this segment of the program. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next time. I am Eddie Jonah.
I'm Hepzibah Joseph.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Hello, and you're welcome to another interesting package coming to you from Frontline TV. Now, across history and continents, there are those who stand when others step back. Leaders not born of title but of courage, who risk everything, even their lives, for justice, for freedom, for change. In this brief but powerful journey, we explore the stories of those who led from the front lines, not for fame, not for power, but because of the world. Late Governor Bukar Abba Ibrahim was born 1950. He was a Nigerian politician and three-time governor of Yobe State. He served as governor of Yobe State from 1992 to 1993. He became the senator, Yobe East 27, all the way to 2019, representing his constituency in the National Assembly. He was first elected under the All Nigerian People's Party (ANPP) and later became the member of the All Progressives Congress (APC). Widely regarded as one of the founding fathers of Yobe State, Bukar Abba Ibrahim played a pivotal role in its political and infrastructural development. Late Governor Dambaba Danfulani Suntai of Taraba State. Dambaba Danfulani Suntai was born 1955. He was also a Nigerian politician and pharmacist. He served as the executive governor of Taraba State from 2007 to 2015 under the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Suntai is remembered for his developmental initiatives in Taraba, but his tenure was overshadowed by a tragic plane crash in October 2012, which left him with severe health challenges. Despite the struggles, he remained a respected figure in Taraba politics until his death in 2017. Late Governor Mala Kachala of Borno State. Mala Kachala was born 1941. He was elected governor of Borno State under the All People's Party (APP) during Nigeria's return to democracy in 1999. His administration focused on education, healthcare, and rural development. He lost his re-election bid in 2003 to Ali Mudu Sharif and later joined the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Late Governor Abubakar Tatari Ali of Bauchi State. Abubakar Tatari Ali was elected governor of Bauchi State in 1979 under the National Party of Nigeria (NPN). His tenure ended following the military coup that brought the Second Republic to an abrupt close. Late Governor Abubakar Habu Hashidu of Gombe State. Abubakar Habu Hashidu was the first civilian governor of Gombe State. He served from May 1999 to May 2003 under the All People's Party (APP). Before becoming governor, he held several key government positions, including Director of Primary Education and Minister of Water Resources. He is remembered as a teacher, politician, and pioneer leader of Gombe State. Late Governor Salim Michika of Adamawa State. Salim Michika was born in the year 1941 and was the first civilian governor of Adamawa State. Governor of Adamawa State from January 1992 to November 1993 under the National Republican Convention (NRC). He became governor shortly after Adamawa State was created from the defunct Gongola State. Michika was known for grassroots politics and for laying foundational structures for the young state's administration. He passed away on the 10th of March 2017 at the age of 77. Late Governor Mamman Bello Ali of Yobe State. Mamman Bello was born 1958. and he was a Nigerian politician and senator before becoming governor of Yobe State. He became Senator Yobe South from 1999 to 2007 under the All Nigerian People's Party (ANPP). His tenure as governor of Yobe State was cut short by his untimely death while receiving medical treatment in the United States. He was known for his commitment to improving education, health, and infrastructure in Yobe State. Late Governor Mohammed Goni of Borno State. Mohammed Goni was the first elected civilian governor of Borno State, serving from October 1979 to December 1983 under the Great Nigerian People's Party (GNPP) during Nigeria's Second Republic. He won the 1979 governorship election in Borno State under the GNPP platform, defeating other candidates. His administration was noted for infrastructural development investments in education and efforts to modernize Maiduguri and other parts of Borno State. Goni gained a reputation as an upright and disciplined leader, often remembered for running a relatively clean government. After leaving office, he remained influential in Borno politics, though he did not return to power.